Y'all, Khloe just released the most pathetic interview. I know what you're saying with Lamar. No, with Tristan. And can I say, Khloe is out of her mind. The people that support her are out of her mind. But do you know who really probably is Khloe's biggest fans? I think the National Association of Narcissists. They want Khloe for president because under her dumb tuilages, they will grow and thrive. You guys, let's get into this. Khloe, listen, I have excerpts from the interview you need to hear. We are going to kiki about them, but what's the top three shocking things? One, Khloe owns Tristan's future that he saved after he got snipped. Mind you, getting snipped seems to be a condition for Khloe to take him back. Not cheating, but you can't make any more babies. They then say, oh, Tristan's never going to get over Khloe. Know when somebody is talking to somebody like they are a dum-dum. And he literally is looking at Khloe talking about da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Y'all, let's get into this because there were so many crazy things that Khloe said. And the thing is, she still doesn't realize one thing that I want you to go into this video listening, right? Because we're going to break all this down. There is something, I feel like when people think like, oh my God, forgive him. Forgive who you want. But I don't think Khloe knows the true meaning of forgiveness. I think she knows the low self-esteem version of forgiveness that a lot of people go with when you truly don't love yourself. Forgiving is finding a way that even though somebody literally tore you apart, to find a way to coexist and to show them great. That's not forgiveness, especially when you're dealing with a narcissist. Now, I don't know if Tristan's a narcissist, but he seems to have narcissist-like qualities. Case in point, being a deadbeat dad to a son that looked like, just like from the back at least, all his other kids, and refusing to interact or acknowledging that child's existence. You wanted to lay down with the woman, but then you got mad because the woman said, I'm not letting you rip the baby out my body. Okay. Second, again, we're all adults. You knew what was going to happen, right? You knew what was going to happen and you were seeing this girl for up to a year. So please stop. But also it's to the point of when you forgive someone, you let go of the anger. But do you understand that by staying, allowing someone that disrespected you and broke you down to the white meat? We saw Khloe crashing out on Instagram. Someone that broke you down to the white meat, almost destroyed you so bad your mama had to move in. By allowing them to still share space with you and still have a familiarity and a friendship with you, it is disrespecting the past version of yourself that suffered. Keep that in mind as we listen to this. For all y'all talking about, they got kids together. What does that have to do with being best friends? Again, let's just keep going. I'll explain this when it comes up. Hold on.
Tired of the commentary because I'm like, you guys, I don't love what happened. I'm not saying that, but it all happened for the greater good.
Pause. Khloe's tired of the commentary. You mean the commentary you put up on your Instagram stories when you were mad that Tristan created a life outside of the lies and bonds? You were mad that you put your business out in the public to shame Tristan, hoping that would keep him in line and didn't do anything but embarrass you? Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
I really do think so. For whatever reason, it was meant to happen. Not the cheating part, but like you and I weren't meant to end up together. You and I were meant to have these beautiful kids. We're great co-parenters. You're a great present dad. I'm grateful for so much of what we have now. Question: when a man says,
Pause. Now, let me break down several lies I believe Khloe said before we go in on. And yes, I will. You're a present dad? How? How's he a present dad? He doesn't even play in the same city his kids are. See, Khloe, like most people that feed into this type of thing, she is trying to make a fake reality. You yourself said that your daughter thinks you're married. You think she thinks you're together. It's all about what other people think. Tristan cannot be a great involved father. Do you know why? Because it is impossible for humans to have that type of dichotomy. It is impossible for you to be complete and utter deadbeat to a child you made while tucking in the other child and kissing them on the forehead. It's impossible. It is impossible. So, Khloe, stop the lies. And for anybody saying it is, shut up. You're about to do it because it's not. People, it's sad, but the thing about people, when it comes to character, they treat people the same. No, I think she thinks he's an involved dad because Khloe lets him come and go as he pleases. But that is what it is. So let's hear what healed Khloe has to say.
As I'm not proud of what I've done, right? Do you have that realization when you're doing it, or you discover that later?
You're asking someone that cheated on you so many times, you became a running joke for years at a time, lied to you, had you out there looking stupid, lifted you up only to ground you into the dirt, and had a secret affair that resulted in a child the whole time you guys were engaged. And that a big portion of the time that you were pregnant, and you are now on the podcast. So this, I know Khloe's not over it. Still searching for answers? Did you know? Why did you do it? You're still searching for answers. Now, what does that mean? Of course, it's normal. But if you have forgiven, if you have healed, forgiving means I'm just going to let go of this anger I have towards you. I'm not going to sit there and think about it at night. The fact that she is still searching for questions, there's still something there. But it gets worse. Hold on.
No, later.
Listen
And
to
then-
Not
this.
in the moment.
Right, but like how much later? Like once you're caught? Or do you feel that way when you're done doing it?
Like post-nut syndrome.
For anybody saying, Khloe's such a good, she's not, she's a dum-dum. And it makes me so mad. She has such low self-esteem, has been treated so bad that you're letting this person humiliated you. This person, why the surrogate was about to have the baby, was in Greece with his high booty, walking around with another surgically altered female to humiliate you. This man had a baby on you knowingly and then tried to lie about it and then didn't tell you that he had a baby on the way and had you actively trying to get implants implanted in a surrogate. This man almost caused you to lose your mind. And he literally said, it's hard to say. I mean, I guess post nut. What? This man play in your face. See, that's the thing. Khloe thinks this is growth. Maybe she grew up in a toxic child where there's a lot of screaming, yelling, but do you realize that people whispering in your ear can say the most hateful, derogatory, mean stuff? You don't need somebody being like, yeah, It's the way somebody will smile in your face. Just even having him in your presence disrespected. And I know what you're saying. Oh, Khloe's smart. She did this for views. She probably did, but she's still searching for real answers. Probably post nut. He doesn't even care. He thinks it's funny. And if you've ever dealt with somebody that has narcissistic tendencies, you can Google this. Allowing them access to you is all they care about. They don't feel shame. They don't feel empathy. They don't feel redemption. They don't care. All they care is having access to you so they can play in your face and literally, but it's a game. Even this, you'll see, it's a game. He wants to see if he can get her back to that point so he can rip the rug out from her. And Khloe doesn't even get it. Ah!
What? Don't.
Oh, sorry. My bad. It was a little too vulgar.
So then why do you keep redoing it?
That's a $1 trillion question.
That is $1 trillion question. Then why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep cheating? That's $1 trillion question. Do you understand how disrespectful this is to the part of you that suffered?
I don't know. I mean, I can't
You
speak for other
know.
people. For myself, I think just life was moving very quickly for me at the time.
You mean when you begged Jordan, your first baby's mom, Jordan, I forget her last name, but his first baby's mom, to go through in vitro to get pregnant. And then while she was 5 months pregnant, started cheating on her and left her for Khloe. And the way you, as soon as Khloe was heavily pregnant, you started cheating on her and was having, invited 2 or 3 young ladies into your room at the Dream Hotel while Khloe was in the middle of getting labor. And do you mean the way you tricked Khloe the whole time you knew you were cheating on her into getting a surrogate and implanting the embryos the whole time you knew that a young woman was pregnant or close to being pregnant? You don't know? You think it's because you were young? Let's keep
we
going.
were together. I probably didn't do the best job of navigating my truth about like where I was at, and maybe just honestly, probably just a little case of just like being young and wanting your cake and eat it too, but just don't know how to prioritize. Like it's just life. Like it's just a lot going on in life at the time for me. So not
There was a lot going on with me. That's why I treated you. Again, I know what you're saying, Tisa, let it play. I will. I always thought, Khloe, like, y'all, there is a case of the bird flu going around. Please stay safe out in these streets. Khloe has been infected. Many people have been infected. Please stay safe.
proud of it, of course not. But like you said, I think it's sometimes we need a wake up call, and unfortunately, you never want good people to fall to the sword of that.
Just a question. Have you ever thought about what you're
to
going to
this.
say for if and when, because the when will happen, when your kids ask you, like, what happened between us?
Well, Chloe's going to be the first person to answer because she lets True go around telling everybody that her mommy and daddy are married. Now, there's two things going on. Khloe is a liar, and she actually is married to Tristan. And Tristan's allowed to cheat in peace because he can never bring her any more outside babies. Or she's lying to True and Tatum. And they really think they're married, but they think that's the way married people live and act and all this. It's all very weird. But let's hear what Dum Dum the dinosaur has to say. And you know what the biggest drag is with Khloe? How did you let a man so dumb? Like Tristan is dumb. I don't know if he has the magic. I don't know. I don't wish those things. Tristan is dumb. The way he talks, the way he's dumb. And it's like you let somebody this dumb, this not quick-witted, outsmart you, manipulate you time and time and time again. Like you look at the women that fell for Stefan. Apparently, Stefan is very charming. He's very intelligent. Even then. But this one, oh my God.
I've definitely thought about that, and I'm like you said, it's not about if, it's when. I think it just depends on which age we have this conversation. When I have this conversation with the kids, but I think it's just more leading by just being accountable and depends on the age bracket of wherever they were at, then dive into it how I see fit. But I think the most important thing is that, accountability, how much I, love mommy, and go from there.
I mean, you just have to be honest. That's all kids
Yeah.
really want.
That's all they want is honesty. Yeah. And love.
And love.
Do you think if you guys met later in life, things would have been different?
Yeah.
Is that Malika off to the side? Also, do you see how soft Chloe's voice gets? And love. Yeah, that's what they want. Even the way she feels the need to still soothe Tristan, handle him with kid gloves. She still wants to be a safe space for this man. Again, for those of y'all saying she's such a good person and she's the bigger person, she's over Tristan. If you've ever dated anyone close to like these demons, Chloe's still wrapped up. Because when you date somebody like this, you really do have to cut them out your life. I'm not saying, of course, they got kids together, but all this rah, 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 come on my podcast. Let me ask you, but why'd you do it? Why'd you cheat? God.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. I think I always tell people I think it's the right person, wrong time. And I mean, I think it's a very like maybe it's a cliche thing. It's like oh blah, but I think it's true. Like it's unfortunate.
That response was gross.
Yeah, because everyone's like oh, but anyone can say that. But it's like honestly, it's true, right? And I think I think we've had that conversation, but it's just if I was the age I am now, or even a couple years before, would I?
Theo is literally only, 3 years old? How old is Tatum? Tatum is 3. So you said now or a couple. Where did the growth come from? Now, you know what I really think is going on? This is something, a thing. Tristan, let me also say, what does Tristan get out of this? Tristan gets proximity. Tristan is a arguably talented basketball player at the end of his career. Tristan has been with the White House. He's been chilling with the Trumps. He's been getting endorsements. He's been getting this. He's getting into his little MAGA bag. The Kardashians are MAGA, right? Super close with the administration, or maybe they're just power. Doesn't matter. Kris Jenner got him a sportscaster job. Now you could say, oh, he did that so he can still pay child support for Tatum and True. Maybe. Tristan is getting his cake and eating it too. He never liked Khloe like that. He liked breaking her heart. He liked humiliating him. And if you don't understand that that's what Tristan wanted, not to cheat, he wanted to humiliate her. He wanted to break her. He wanted to hurt her. Again, my opinion, but based off of what I said, I don't think I'm that far off. Tristan gets his cake and eat it too. He still has access to Khloe. He still has access to all the Kardashians' things. Kris is still helping him get a bag. Their political and power ties are now his. Good. He's been up and down the White House. He's having a good time. But he don't have to worry about getting caught for cheating. He doesn't have to worry about this. So he has all the benefit of, and he has your emotional support, and you're taking care of his kids, and you're taking care of his brother. So he has everything he wants out of you without having the stress. Now, for some people that are infected by the bird flu, you can say, yeah, they'll never have Khloe's love. She's closed the door on that. He never wanted Khloe's love. He never liked Khloe. He never liked Khloe. He saw her as an ends to the mean. That's why he was able to cheat on her, humiliate her, walk away, come back, and sit on this podcast because at the end of the day, he does not care. Anyway, the people that have been infected to the bird flu, all they hear is chirp, 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 stand by your man, chirp, 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 be his peace, chirp, chirp, chirp. I'm preaching to the choir.
Our world look different? Probably so. I guess things happen for a reason.
That they do?
And you never know how life happens, you know? Maybe, like, who knows?
No, I think we know.
That is playful. That is so disrespectful after everything he's done to you. You never know. Because he knows. He knows it's a game. And she somehow hasn't been able to release him, that she still gets comfort in him being around. And he knows that. She gets comfort in thinking she's such a good person. Because she does have a savior complex. She really does. And he knows that. And here's the thing. I'm not saying Khloe's a good or bad person. I don't know her. I've seen some of the things she's done. She's flawed like every other human, right? I do know that, ugh,
I think we. Do you want to have more kids in the future?
I think I signed off for 2 embryos, so I mean, if I do have more kids, it'd be coming from you. I already have enough baby mamas. I don't want no more.
Yeah,
More
smart.
than enough.
And who helped you fix that decision?
listen,
That was me.
Yeah.
Tristan may have had a little ultimatum from me.
What? Getting neutered?
Yep.
So Khloe's bragging about the fact that in order for Tristan to stay with her, the ultimatum was to be neutered. But then Khloe's telling us she's not with Tristan. Again, I think they now have a secret one-way open relationship. Because why else? What else was the ultimatum for? You can't see your kids if you get neutered. You can't be my friend if it. Like, what was the ultimatum for?
Yeah, sometimes you gotta lay them nuts on the table.
What? Okay.
I mean, it's a podcast. You could say, you know.
You can say whatever you want.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Shout out our sponsors. Oh, yeah. Sometimes you
Now listen to this idiot try to rephrase. He's so stupid. He doesn't even know how to rephrase it in an ad-friendly way.
have to make the right exact. You know, sometimes we had a
No,
conversation.
sometimes you have to get forced into the right decision.
Yeah, you know, I've been a little hard-headed at times, more times than not.
You literally told this man not to stop cheating, but to stop making babies because babies are proof of cheating.
Yeah.
Which I wish I wasn't as stubborn. But you know, I guess
Stubborn.
I am an experienced learner. I learn from experience, not as much as like being told, which is unfortunate.
The fact that he feeds into her savior cat. I learned from living, not being told. Somebody has to tell you, Tristan, wear a condom or you're going to make babies. And she's like, Again, he has figured out a way into her ego. No, Khloe, you teach me. You make me a better person. I didn't know that I couldn't make babies until, if I had unprotected, until you told me. And fine, I'm a little stubborn, but I'll get it snipped.
But it's part of life. It's part of the journey.
My God.
So it is what it is. But yeah.
So, no more kids for you.
No more kids unless it's coming from Chloe's embryos. Yes.
Again, he is playing in her face. Y'all, please in the comments, please tell me that everyone's not infected with the bird flu because just him even saying this, it's disrespectful. And this isn't saying she has to curse him out. This isn't saying she has to hate him. It's saying, why are you letting this fool not only have access to you, but laugh in your face like it was a funny movie about the worst times, about no shame, no guilt, no regret. It's all jokes.
We
How
did.
about him?
You did save sperm in case you wanted to do that.
So hold on. What do we have right now?
We saved sperm because I said, what if you get married and your wife doesn't have kids and you want to do that? So we did that because you could also
Oh, yeah.
reverse it.
Okay, first of all, this is also weird because I look into it. Khloe has ownership of the embryos and the sperm. She controls all of this. So now, is this like a long thing? And for you're saying Khloe's so healed, this is very weird, very controlling. But why would you even want that? If he gets married and because he's snipped, you can reverse it. But you know, there's quality issues, and sometimes it is irreversible, even though they tell you. It's like lip filler. They tell you it's reversible. It's never that simple, right? So that means if you meet a woman and you want to get married and you want to have more children, she's going to have to come to Khloe to ask for your sperm. So they can, and the fact that Khloe wants to be involved in all this is weird. The fact that she gets off on being his homie, mother, lover, friend, I don't know. No, Tristan, what if you ever want to get married? Listen, Tristan, like Tristan, Tristan is dumb, but he's not stupid, right? And he gets off on being like, oh, right, I never thought about that, Khloe. First of all, girl, you need to check every clinic in Toronto where, Tristan hangs out. He might have gotten that reversed on the DL. I don't know. I don't know. Watch, he'll be like, it was Jesus. I didn't know I could do it. Wow. God wanted this baby to be here.
But
No, I'm not. No, I'm not laying down on that table again.
do you want to have more kids in the future?
I think I signed off for 2 embryos. So, I mean, if I do have more kids, it'd be coming from you. I already have enough baby moms. I don't want no more.
Yeah,
Just wanna
smart.
More than
this,
enough.
And
'cause,
who
girl,
helped you fix that decision? That was me.
Yeah.
Tristan may have had a little ultimatum from me.
anyway,
What?
hold on, let me
Getting
put
nude?
this in the end.
So, no more kids for you.
No more kids unless it's coming from Chloe's embryos. Yes.
We
How
did.
about him?
You did save sperm in case you wanted to do that.
So hold on. What do we have right now?
We saved sperm because I said, what if you get married and your wife doesn't have kids and you want to do that? So we did that because you could also
Oh, yeah.
reverse it. But
No, I'm not. No, I'm not laying down on that table again.
okay.
Sorry, this is the
It
end
wasn't
part.
bad. You were like up and walking.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes. It's quick. I tell guys it's very quick. I remember going home and watching the
I
NBA
wasn't
finals.
there. I just meant the next day I remember you took True to lunch.
Yeah.
That's all. So like you were,
A couple of days there, we all watched the NBA finals together.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It was Milwaukee
Oh my
versus
gosh.
Phoenix.
Wait, hold on,
Game
real quick.
2.
Hold on. Hold on. I had to check something. Okay, that's what I thought. Now I'm very confused. So when Khloe was talking about Tristan talking about some, oh, no, this was an ultimatum. I made you do this. It's not. He said that a couple of days later, oh my God, this means that Khloe knew about Marley Nichols, knew about Tatum, and as an ultimatum to stay together, she made him go snip, snip. Because listen to this. The Milwaukee versus Phoenix, blah, 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 blah. The games happened sometime between, the games happened sometime between July 6th and July 20th. He didn't say what game it was, but it happened between July 6th and July 20th. They said they watched the game. Hold on, let's see if we can get it. Hold on, let me see. I'm sorry, we just got on something.
A couple of days there, we all watched the NBA finals together.
I don't remember.
Yeah. It was Milwaukee
my
versus
gosh.
Phoenix. Game 2. My buddy.
Okay, so that means he got snipped. July 8th was game 2, July 8th, 2021. That means that he went a few days before, so something around July 5th. Now get this. Chloe's son was born July 28th, 2022, and Theo was born December in 2021. That means that when he went to go snip, Mara Lee was already pregnant. That means Khloe probably knew about it, which is more lies that were exposed. This is what I mean about Khloe. And you said that he had to get snipped so he couldn't get anybody else preggo. So you knew that woman was preggo, and then you had Theo because you wanted to have his last baby, I guess. I guess you didn't know. I'm not Theo, Tatum, because I guess you wanted to have Tristan's last baby, and that's also when you froze more sperm and embryos. Y'all, I rest my case. Rest my case. The Birdman flying in the weather. Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Anyway, y'all, case closed. Let me know what you think. Khloe is still into Tristan. My opinion, she's still with Tristan. For anybody who thinks that this is what forgiveness looks like, it is not. Forgiveness is not dishonoring your old self. For anybody who thinks this is what co-parenting looks like, it is not. For anybody that thinks this is what health and growth is, it is not. It is not. And I'm just saying it. And it's actually very toxic to try to promote this. But anyway, that's Chloe's life. I'm sure she's going to be online complaining that everybody doesn't think she's the perfect good person. But we'll see what happens. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.